Hello everybody, welcome to a Sunday stroll here with myself, Nick Coffee here. Yes, that's my stage name, because I like drinking coffee. Never mind that for now, but of course, yeah, something to bear in mind. Sorry about my nose looking a bit pink. It's because, of course, just getting over pretty much a hay fever, which has been horrible on the last 2 days, but of course I am slowly getting over it, and I'm glad I'm out in the open now to, of course, calm myself down, because it can be very stressful, as you know. But it's only hay fever, not the other stuff, as we well know. But welcome to touring with us, and of course, if you hadn't already checked out our videos, make sure you do. Hit the thumbs up, and of course, if you haven't already subscribed, free of charge, it does not cost you 1 penny to subscribe, and spread the word to your friends and neighbours. But yeah, behind me is a shop that has been standing there for quite some time, but it used to be known as the Co-op, Sainsbury's, and probably a shop beforehand. Let me know in the comments what the actual shop used to be before it later became Pound Stretcher, which is what it is today. But you're probably wondering to yourself, where am I stood? Well, actually, I'm stood just outside the car park of a unique town of Haverhill. So take a little bit of a look round here. As we take a look round here, you see this is the main car park here on a Sunday. Of course, it's Sunday bus service to Cambridge today on the 13. Of course, that is the stop that you'd use. Sorry if the camera is blurring out there. It's that stop over there. I'll zoom in so you know exactly what it is. It looks a bit mucky on the top of the roof there, but of course it could do with the clean. But yeah, and that is the normal stop that will go up to Chalkston, but not today. I believe the bus is already ready to go here. I don't know if it's going to be that bus. It looks like it's going to be a park and ride bus that would take me to Cambridge, because I'm actually going to do a short video to Cambridge very shortly. So I thought I'd start with 2 videos today. First of all, of a unique town of Suffolk named Haverhill. This is Jubilee Walk here, and if I turn up here, you'll see the lovely, beautiful sunshine glaring at me. It's nice and warm, by the way, free heat, which is what we need, despite all the double prices that have been going up horrendously in most places. But anyway, never mind about that. Of course, this has always been here since I've known it. It's a nice little area to sit down here when it's dry, and of course, you know, a lot of people do tend to sit down there and wait for the world to go by, or just watch the world go by. The toilets run by the council are just there, and they are quite regularly clean, which is not too bad. And just to the right there, and there is a webcam there, which is not often seen on a webcam as such, like Great Yarmouth, but of course it's a kind of authority camera, which is actually pointed up here. Can you see it there? Well, just behind the trees. That's the camera to be aware of. But anyway, yeah, I'm off to actually come up here and collect some winnings here. So I'm walking up here, up this sort of slope named Jubilee Walk. So yeah, we're doing as a live here, but of course I'm still flicking over the camera. There's latest vacancies. I believe it's sort of agency first stop recruitment there. Obviously not open on Sunday, but of course it's nice to come down here and showcase some of the beautiful areas here. This is the nightclub on a Friday and Saturday night. You've got Sue Ryder there and Sense, all charity shops, by the way. Obviously closed on a Sunday. This is the bar view, the 21. If you fancy a nice little wine and a glass of water, it looks like, but it's probably got alcohol in it. Some nice little paintings on this wall here. They've probably been here since actual lockdown, if you remember, 2 years ago, or maybe more than that now. I might be wrong, but yeah. You've got signs to the public library and the Burton Centre. Citizens Advice Bureau, I think they're still online at the moment, but of course They may be doing some one-to-one at some point. I don't know when, but you get all these notices here. Sort of recognise that guy somewhere. Don't know where, but yeah, it's quite interesting to know about that. Feels like we're in shutdown mode now. Completely empty on a Sunday, but it's nice in that sort of aspect here. So this is the main Haverhill town centre. I'll probably do more of this if you want to request more for us to do this in the future. Normally Haverhill gets a lot of hits, but probably may get one or two this time round. But yeah, that's the works.co.uk. You've also got a car factory and a shop to let just over there where William Hill used to be. And of course you've got Iceland down there, which is open on a Sunday up to about 4 o'clock, I believe, unless I'm wrong. Also got EE shop there, got Greg's, which is actually open on a Sunday. So where Iceland is used to be Woolworths many years ago. If anyone can tell us a bit more of the history of the area, it would be fascinating to know about it, because I'm sure Haverhill does have, like many other towns, a lot of history. And the paintings are still here, by the way. Quite fascinating to see the paintings here on a Sunday. Obviously a lot of these shops are not open on a Sunday, like of course Benny's and things like that. Benny's chip shop, definitely worth checking out. Of course Monday to Saturday. Obviously you've got your glass wells there. Obviously a lot of these shops are not open on a Sunday. It's fascinating. It's fascinating to know that, of course, a lot of these shops here in this area are not open on a Sunday.
Are you filming?
Yeah, am I filming? Wouldn't you like to know? So that was a short version of Haverhill. I hope you enjoyed it, but just look at the last scenes before we go, because I've actually literally got to pick up some winnings. I can't say where, but yeah, you probably have a good idea from where I'm stood here. So as this is a bonus kind of video today, I'm now going to do my next video. I'm nervous in saying this, so sorry about that stumble there. It's all part of the acting, isn't it? So yeah, wherever I stumble, I always let you know about it. But anyway, of course, it's all part of the act, as I said, and I repeat for the second time. But yeah, the next video, as I'm coming down the Jubilee Walk here, probably where the Queen has visited. Well, actually, I haven't seen the Queen down this route here at Jubilee Walk. But yeah, anyway, what I'm actually going to tell you here, as I'm coming past, of course, all these charity shops here in Haverhill, I would actually like to say, brace yourself, because next up is another exclusive video, this time in a city. Well, would you like to have a guess where that might be? Stay with the one you're on to find out. There's two ways you can go to the train station. You can either go that way or go this way where I'm heading. Well, I've now arrived in Cambridge. This part of Cambridge has been seen to the naked eye through our Touring With Us live, or some sort of snippets or videos somewhere along the lines. So yeah, I've arrived here at 55 minutes past 4 p.m. UK time here on Sunday the 3rd of April 2022. Now, I'm actually going to take you on a route here that, of course, is an overcast sort of day today on this particular note and at this particular time. It is on the slight freezing side, but actually it's more cooler than freezing. But, of course, I am going to take you on this journey, which I would actually take if I was to get off the bus from Haverhill to Cambridge. So I would actually take this route personally to get to the train station, which I'm going to show you now. So first of all, this is what you get here. You get lovely surroundings here. I do quite like it, actually. In particular, of course, seeing buses coming from to and fro from the train station. But yeah, it's a situation where, of course, I like to come each time here. So this is actual Brooks Road just there, I believe it is, and cyclists often come down here, and more often than not, buses come down here as well. And sometimes the 13, Monday to Saturday, come up here as well. But on a Sunday, they don't actually come down this way. But what I'm actually going to show you is a route which will take you onto the train station here. So, yeah, if you're coming down these steps, make sure you take extra care, like what I'm doing here. Look how beautiful it does look here. Just imagine living or staying in one of these apartments here in Cambridge. You'll hear a lot of talking in the background here. That's not us. Definitely not us, but of course it is people walking around the area behind us. But yeah, just imagine living and staying in one of those apartments. But there's two ways you can go to the train station. You can either go that way or go this way where I'm heading. So we come to this bit here, the historic train base, which is this little thing here. You see, of course, some history attached to this picture here. The cast iron base 5-ton goods yard crane erected on this site between 1863 and 1888. One of the few remaining pieces of the industrial archaeology remaining from the Great Northern Railway's goods yard, originally situated close to the location. Cranes of this type were used at almost every railway station and canal wharf in Britain. Unfortunately, the winding gears and jib have been long since lost from this example, as you can see there. And now for this section. The crane would have been originally operated by hand for the removal of coal from the railway wagons in the sidings onto adjacent horse and cart, or laterally a truck. 5 tons refers to the amount a crane could safely lift. Though without any form of weighing system, this was left purely to the skill and experience of the operator to judge the load. So there we are, some really interesting history regarding that historic crane base, which we just literally showed you, which is literally on this board. That's the only board in this area, which is quite rare. I don't think I've seen another board in this area, not as far as I am aware. But anyway, we're going to walk through this way, and that will take you on to pretty much the shortcut to the train station and bus stops, which you can catch the bus from a train if you're coming off a train in any location. Could it be London, King's Lynn, Peterborough, Great Yarmouth, that kind of thing, and you would pick up a bus having got off the train at this location. as you can see, there's a bus just literally behind me. As this building has pretty much been complete, apart from the other section on the other side, which you probably will see in a minute, you can actually slip through there. That's what I normally do if I was to go to Great Yarmouth or any other place like Norwich and Peterborough and so on. Of course, yeah, I would actually use this slip path here. You can't really see it very well from here, but it is a slip path just where that building is, and that will take you on to this section here, which I'm actually going to show you this time. This will take you onto Brook Road, this road. There's a sightseeing bus there, which you just saw. Look at these amazing buildings. So, of course, this is where you can actually catch a bus into the city centre using Park and Ride, Arbury number 1, and the number 3 you can actually pick up from here, which is the Cherry Hinton bus. Of course, the Arbury one being this one. You can see the Arbury one coming up now. And that will take you to the city centre, and the number 3 will as well. And this is the 13A. I believe that can stop here, and number 7, and the Park and Ride one just here. You can see they are still doing the building work here. Onto the other side, which is what I was talking about. Just a brief description of that. So if you wanted to pick up the 13 at night, it'll be on the other side. I'll just quickly show you. I might even catch this bus in time. It's that stop just there. I think it's one just behind it. It's that one there, for the Haverhill one. Right, I'm now going to get on this bus here, the city centre one here, which is also a Haverhill one. To my final trip of Cambridge today, on Sunday the 3rd of April 2022, I'm going to take you on a secret route which will take you onto the city centre. But before I show you that, let's have a look at this. And of course, this used to be Quinn's pub, the Irish pub, which was later a hairdresser's of some kind, but I believe it's going to start up as a pub. It looks quite strange when you walk under this. Shall I take a sort of an attempt to do that? But it's quite weird around this area here. Not only that is the direction to the car park, the multi-storey one, which is quite an expensive one, But apparently this is going to be actually a bar. This is the sort of what it looks like inside. So looks like, of course, it's going to be a bar soon. I don't know actually when it's going to open yet, or maybe it has opened. But it looks like there's some music set here of some kind. So as we look and go through under here, you'll see there is a menu here. Cod and chips, you're talking about £17, because it's the actual hotel called the Hilton Hotel. I think there's one in London, but I've never seen a Hilton Hotel in London, not yet anyway. I've only heard about it on the Only Fools and Horses. But for cod and chips for £17, wow, that is just an amazing price. It's quite expensive if you can't afford it. But pizza is a lot cheaper at £12.50. Wow, it's just amazing. Those are the kind of beers that you can buy. Notice, of course, they are sort of decibels in between the numbers here. That means, of course, there's no noughts at the end of the second line of numbers. Often posh restaurants do have that kind of menu. So yeah, you can also visit the actual building for an afternoon tea as well. Available daily from 12 p.m. till 5 p.m. Pop in or call or book. And on the other side it says coffee and cake, 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. So what's the difference between coffee and tea? I don't know, but of course, yeah, that's the scenario. Coffee and cake on that side and afternoon tea on the other. Sort of triangular board. There is a name for these kind of boards. Does anyone know? Let me know in the comments. So we're going to take you up on this secret route, which would take you on to the city centre of Cambridge. Some really posh buildings down here, worth checking out at another stage. Perhaps we'll do a video of that, because the signal actually can go a bit strange going towards that way, so that is why, of course, a video would be just as suffice. So this is the pedestrian entrance. Pedestrian entrance, just there, just outside there. So we're going to do a sharp right here. It's kind of like weird walking up here, it really is. There's a way you can get fit, £23.95 per month. I wouldn't actually personally pay that amount of money because I'm too busy doing touring with us, but of course anyone interested in that may want to join a gym. And these gates have always been open as far as I know. I don't know what time they close though, but yeah. I have seen squatters down here, but of course I haven't seen any for quite some time now, which is good. Even those money beggars, which I try to avoid as well. Do excuse my voice, because my voice is a little bit different to what it normally is. That's the multi-storey car park. Wow. It's like looking through a prison here. You get an amazing view of the multi-storey car park here. That's what I mean, it feels weird walking through it. But it's quite a good walk, because it's actually a secret walk, as far as I am concerned. Let's walk here as quickly as possible, because people are sort of behind me here. And that's the view you get from here. These are cars actually going through the multi-storey car park, which is just there. Look at these tall buildings, just amazing. But you get a good view from there. But how would you get up there? That's the question. I guess you've got those stairs just here. So this is the Corn Exchange. I believe that Jimmy Carr had a dispute over, of course, what he has been saying recently, or was it a few months ago? But of course there was some controversy about what he had apparently said, and of course, yeah, he's apparently going to be performing his stand-up comedy in Great Yarmouth in Norfolk at the Britannia Pier instead of the Corn Exchange here. But what would be nice, seriously, is to get a backstage tour of the Corn Exchange. I wonder if that would be ever possible. But yeah, it's quite lit up at night down in this area, in particular those little things that light up at night. Perhaps we'll show that one day. So yeah, this is the route that I would actually personally take, which will eventually go on towards the city centre of Cambridge, where I'm going to end the walk today. It feels like I'm doing a live walk, but actually it's not. But keep those thumbs up going, as if I was to do a live actually. But yeah, welcome if you are just joining us here. Look at that sunset from this angle here. So I'm doing as a live here as I walk, rather than actually doing 100% live. So yeah, I will showcase this on the live, but of course, you know, sometimes we like to do things uncut. So you've got all the kind of types of shows on those pictures over there of what's going on, if you want to check what's going on at the Corn Exchange over there. That makes sense, doesn't it? So yeah, anyway, this is a restaurant which is quite nice to check out. Every time I look at a restaurant, the camera blurs. And this is the name of the restaurant. Worth checking out though, because I've never literally been in here to actually have a meal. It's also got bars there as well. Wow. So you've got signs to the Grand Arcade shopping car park pay station and north lifts just in that direction. Got a fine selection of wines and drinks here. Wow, just imagine checking this out. Can't get enough of your Italian food. I love the pasta stuff myself. But yeah, Lola Low, a nightclub here, which has been stood here for quite some time. I'm sure it was something else before that. Let me know in the comments. But anyway, I'm actually going to come around this side. So look at the structure of this building, how it's so fascinating to look at as we go down in this area. Corn Exchange Street, this is called. All routes that way. Wheeler Street down here. There's also another restaurant down here, and that road takes you on to the Bathhouse and the Eagle Pub, just in that direction. And that's the front of the Exchange, the box office, just there. Wonder what that car was actually doing for a second. So this is the other side of the Corn Exchange here. Home to a lot of concerts, music, events and much more. Cambridge Corn Exchange. So this was originally called the Cow, and now it's called Honest. I believe you've got to be honest to go in there. But that is just a figure of speech, I think. Let us know what that monument is there. So, a huge thank you very much for watching this video here live, pretty much as live as you could possibly make it here in Cambridge. Thanks for watching, God bless you all, and hopefully you'll catch us next time. And remember to stay with the one you're on. Until next time, take care. Leave you with the last pictures here live, pretty much in Cambridge.